Bonjour! Bonjour!
No.
Time for bladder check. Check.
So it's a show?
It's a lifestyle. It's a religion.
My emotions! My emotions!
I'm still French.
Ouais, c'est pas faux.
I'm a woman, Mary. I can be as contrary as I choose.
Non, moi je crois qu'il faut que vous arrêtiez d'essayer de dire des trucs.
Whoa. It's bad. It's bad now that I'm not that excited, you know, to discover the end of the part 1 of this season 4. I mean, for sure I'm excited to discover it. I want to know what's gonna happen. I'm excited to be back into Attack on Titan and to know more stuff and to discover it and all of that. But I'm not desperate, but I don't have a lot of hope for these 4 episodes. I didn't say hi. Hello, hi, I'm Laura. I'm gonna watch Attack on Titan season 4 episode 13, but also the other 3 last episodes of the past one of this season 4. So I was saying that yes, I don't have a lot of hope, and that's why I'm wearing black and a little of green, you know, a little of green like for also makeups, and black because yes, I don't have a lot of hope. I think that I don't think, I know, we know that they are preparing an attack on Paradise Island. I mean, the Marleyans, they are coming. Picker is already right there, and the other ones, they're gonna come. They have a plan. We saw that they were planning that, pushed by Rainer, you know, to do so, and I still don't know. I mean, I had this impression that Rainer, in fact, was pushing them to do so, like, maybe because it's what Zeke wants, because Zeke, you know, he doesn't have a lot of time left, and Rainer, he was pushing them to attack right now, even if they didn't have any allies and they were weak, you know, after that attack, you know, in Liberio. Yes, I had the impression that Rainer, with all of the logic, you know, of the situation of this attack, and also with his attitude, I had the impression that in fact he was pushing them to attack right now for Zeke, you know, because it would serve Zeke, and because of what we had before about the fact that, you know, that reunion with all of the Titans in Liberio, and Zeke implied something, you know, that he had another plan, and I had the impression that Rainer knew it, you know, was collaborating with that. For me, maybe Zeke has a secret plan with Rainer, and that's why they want the Marleyans to attack right now. They are still weak. It's a bad idea in my opinion, but it's pushed by Rainer because of that. And the other ones, the other Titans, I don't think that they know it, you know, Pique, Galliard, I don't think so. We know for sure that Zeke is preparing something with Eren who escaped, you know, from his jail and was now, how did they say that? Jägerationist? Something like that, you know, the military guys who are following Eren and Zeke, the Jäger's sons. At least that's what they believe, you know, our guys, that Eren made a plan with Zeke, is manipulated by Zeke. Are they right or wrong? I don't know, because we miss a lot of stuff. We miss the conversation that Zeke and Eren had together, or at least the moment for Eren to switch, to change his mind about Historia, about all of that, you know, all of what we saw of him. Even when Historia said, okay, I'm gonna be the next Beast Titan, it was him reacting and being like, no, you're not gonna be it. At what point did you switch? For what reason? I said it a lot. I had the impression that Eren closed himself to his friends, to his loved ones, to feelings also, which is a little wrong because we saw him mad. But for me, it's really like Eren now considers that it's him against the rest of the world. Like, I have the impression that the guy only believes into his opinion, his truth, is gonna only follow that, you know, himself. It's not open to conversations anymore, even with his friends. Like, for sure, he was not gonna make peace with the Marleyans and all. We saw him talking about it with Mikasa and Armin. You know, Armin was implying, see, not all of the Marleyans are bad people, we have the proof with Nicolo, and Eren was responding like, but they are all against us, they are attacking us, and the ones who are not, they are in jail and stuff like that. So he was already against the Marleyans, against the rest of the world out of Paradise Island. Now I have the impression that he's against everyone who is against him. Like, it's really Eren against the rest of the world, including his own friends. It's bad. It's really bad for Eren. It's really bad for all guys. I think that if at some point Armin and Mikasa are gonna be confronted to that Eren, they can be really disappointed about the fact that he's gonna be against them also. It can break their hearts, you know, because for me, I still remember when Mikasa and Armin defended Eren, even if, you know, they just knew that he was a Titan, they want to defend him. You know, I remember that picture, him inside of Eren, Eren who was not a fully accomplished Titan during that moment, Armin coming like that and making that speech. For me, I have that in mind, the fact that they are your friends and they're gonna defend you no matter what, even if they don't know what is happening, they're afraid and all, but they are your friends. So if Eren is doing something against Mikasa and or Armin, it can be rough for me, you know, to watch that. We'll see. But yes, I was saying that I don't have a lot of hope because of this attacks coming from the Marleyans, okay, from Eren with the Marleyans with Zeke, Eren with Zeke against the Marleyans, Eren against who, Zeke with who, the Marleyans, okay, but all on the same side, some traitors inside, I don't know, but I don't have a lot of hope for this battle, for everyone to survive, you know, to that battle. That's it, we lost Sasha, I learned my lesson. I think that other people are gonna die and it's gonna kill me no matter what, and I was gonna say no matter the side of these persons, because we discovered the other side and we learned to appreciate them and to understand their reasons, their point of view. So I know that I can't ask for, you know, peace into the world just like that, you know. I know that I can't ask that, but I want someone to find a way to stop the war. Like, even after stopping the war, they're not gonna be at peace, like, it's gonna be rough and they're gonna have, you know, some people are gonna still want revenge and all that can be hard, you know, to come to a peace. But before that, you already need to stop the war. And I want someone to do it, to find a solution for that. I mean, can you? At some point, maybe not now. But I'm totally against the rumbling, for sure. I hate that idea. The idea that we can make a test for it. But I'm totally against it no matter what at the end. Even if that's what the Eldians, you know, on Paradise Island, they want. And in a way I can understand it, because you told them lies during all of their lives and they felt like prisoners and they felt like they didn't deserve it and everyone outside is against us, at least that's what they think, and they want revenge, you know, and that's what they want with the rumbling, a revenge. But do they really understand that it means that you're gonna kill everyone outside, you know, you're really gonna kill everyone, and that all of these people, they didn't do anything wrong? I'm not sure that they truly understand that, you know. They're like Eren, they're just thinking about revenge. And it's bad. I don't think that the rumbling, you know, is gonna happen right now. Maybe it's a test. I mean, right now, on these 4 episodes that I'm gonna watch today, maybe not. But yes, maybe the test at least. And yes, with these attacks, with also Gabriel and Falco who are right there and who are gonna walk into that restaurant, and it's Yelena who placed Marleyans like that into strategic places, and we know that she's one of the best soldiers of Zeke, so maybe it was on purpose not to place Falco and Gaby right there, but maybe at least to place Marleyans, and no matter what, Gaby, she's maybe gonna see, Gaby and Falco, they're maybe gonna see and recognize people that they saw during the dinner in Liberio, like this woman who is now one of our allies. This woman, I found her hypocrite. I know that she's just right there for the money, you know, for the resources, maybe also really for Mikasa. At some point it can help us, but I don't appreciate her that much. But yes, maybe Gaby, she can recognize that woman. It could be wrong, you know, for her to recognize that woman, after that to go back with the Marleyans to say what she saw. The fact that she didn't learn anything during all of these experiences about the fact that these people, they are like you, they are humans and they don't deserve to die, and they don't have to feel guilty to be alive because they don't have to take the responsibility of attacks and murders which were committed in their names but not by themselves. I can't blame her for that. We know how much she was brainwashed during all of her childhood, and the fact that she's doing that because she's feeling guilty herself that much, that bad, and she wants also to honor her people, to defend her people and all. She's a brave kid, you know, but she's just a kid. She sees the world in white or black. She needs to grow up, really. Okay, I'm gonna begin this episode. See, I'm excited to discover what's gonna happen. I have a lot of theories about what can happen and all, but I'm scared about it. Okay, I'm gonna end this intro right now. Remember that if you want to have my Patreon, on which you can have these episodes earlier, we have 6 episodes of advance on my Patreon, which means 2 weeks of advance. It's really a lot. And we've extended our 4 action parts. I put a lot of 4 action parts for Attack on Titan, and I'm seeing it a lot, even extended action parts that are more interesting because I'm not forced to cut each 5 seconds. I don't play with opacity. And really, you know, it's advantages that I'm giving you on my Patreon to encourage you to come, to support me, because here on YouTube, you know that I'm fighting with YouTube in general, but for Attack on Titan even more. And it's rough, and I'm a little reactor, so if you want to support me, come on my Patreon, and if you can't, that's okay, you can still support me right there on YouTube by liking, subscribing, sharing, commenting. You know, numbers. For YouTube, it's only about numbers, so you can activate stuff, you can activate numbers for YouTube by doing so. Let's go for this episode. Not during this episode, you know, the attacks, I don't know, not during this episode. Maybe during the 2 last ones of this part 1, I mean. Oh, I'm anxious. Let's go. Huh? Yes. To kill them or to make them sleep? That's how you can transform an entire village. Konye's village. I wondered a lot about how they did it, you know, I said the water, the food, the air. I was gonna say it, he wants you to feel regret, but you can see that you're not. He's very popular into my heart. You want to make the test, the rumbling test? You want the attack, the Marleyan attack and all to happen at the same time? And at the end I think that they said to Levi that Eren escaped. Yelena placed Marleyans like that. Nicolo? It's Sasha's dad. I did not recognize him, you know, during the episode with Falco and Gaby, you know, when they met them. I did not recognize him. And I know that the girl, she told us her story that Sasha saved her, but I thought that she went back with her family. Falco and Gaby. You're with Sasha's dad, Gaby. Sasha's dad took you, welcomed you. Oh. I'm sorry, I didn't get it. Maybe you're gonna insert me, you know, in the comments of the last episode. I'm gonna be okay. That you killed. Gaby, you're gonna understand it now? Music? Dad! Oh, the fact that it's Sasha's dad, it's... I want to hide myself. Eh? Can you recognize Gaby and Falco? You're not gonna see each other at some point. John. What, Nicolo? What? Yes, I was gonna say it. You still think like that? Oh no, John! I thought we were over with that. At least with Nicolo right there, like you understood. Oh, now that I know that it's Sasha's dad, you know that they want to escape. It's complicated. Oh, he's gonna know that you did. Oh, He's gonna know that you killed Sasha! You just attacked them with a bottle, like with... She's gonna be like, you're a traitor when you just said that to Chad. You're gonna tell them! Yes, Gaby. It's Eldian. We're not gonna... No, you can't. Yes, intervene. Don't kill Falco! No. You always want to protect her. No, don't do that! No, don't do that in revenge. Please. Nicolo! Who killed first who? No! Oh, Gaby. He's not gonna do it. Sasha's dad is not. You don't need to say it is not.
サシャは狩人やった。はい。けど、同じ生き方が続けられん時代が来ることは分かっとったから。で、世界はつながり、兵士になったサシャはいつも世界が命に奪い合いを続ける巨大な森の中やったんや。せめて子供たちはこの森から出してやらんというか、そうやないと、また同じところをくるくる回るだけやろ。
That's what I think also. You have to break that.
憎しみを背負うのは我々大人の責任や。よし、いざゆっくり動かすんや。怪我を見せて本当に私が憎くねえ。
The fact that they were all helping you, they wanted to stop the situation. But the girl helped you before, now she was against you because...
仮メインが冷めちまった。ハンジさん、そのガキの口をゆすいでやってくれ。あのワインが入っちまった。手遅れだと思うけど。
Huh?
あのワインには
You poisoned the wine? That's why you didn't want them to take it?
ジークの赤水液だ。
Oh, fuck's sake. Break. I should have realized, that it was Sasha's death 2 episodes ago. I think that it would have helped me to take that situation better because I realized it just a few seconds before they did. I prepared the tissue. I think that I was right. The fact that him, Nicolo, he wanted to kill them for Sasha. The fact that all of the other guys stopped him, the fact that it was Sasha's dad who wants everything to stop to not reproduce the mistakes that people did before, and the fact that it's a kid who was also close to Sasha but who was okay, to help these kids, these warriors candidates. She was okay to help them until she learned what they did to Sasha, so at this moment she wanted to kill Gaby. Like, it's really representing the adults and the kids. The fact that you want a personal revenge or revenge for the symbolic, behind that scene, for all of the people involved and for what it means, letting your anger or your desire of revenge talking for you, doing stuff for you or not, or deciding to not do it. And the fact that when you're old you can see stuff and not being tempted, by that impulsive stuff to just have your revenge, and that's all without thinking about the consequences. Fuck. That's only the first episode that I'm gonna watch today. Whoa. This one, you're giving it to who? People, you said. You want to transform them all during a fight, during an attack. Levi. You were right to believe. It's not funny at all, and I really hope that it's not too late for Falco. That's why Yelena, she put you right there? I trust you. This is gonna happen during the rumbling, no?
マーレは敵国の首都を一晩で落とした。何百もの巨人が街中に湧いて出たからだ。お前、さっき俺からあのワインを取り上げたのは俺たちを守るためか。悪魔の島を調査して世界を救うつもりが。
I think that he's lost, you know, between what he wants, what he wanted, what he feels, what he felt.
子供を殺すなんてどうかしてました。私は守ったの。別に理由があったわけじゃない。
Because it's not right to kill a kid just like that.
この子は違うから殺すのは私だけでいいでしょ。殺
Baby.
さないよ。私を殺したくて仕方ないんでしょ。殺したくないよ。殺すって君はそればっかりだね。誰かのそっくり。
I'm seeing it since first day, you know.
フロック。
But you are like Eren, Eren is
あな
right
た
there.
はその申し出は断りました。我々は兵団と交渉しない。
I said it. Eren negotiating.
エレンの判断です。
Ah.
我々を道案内する道中でエレンから始祖を奪う算段を立てるのに妄想が過ぎるよ。それとも中東兵団内にいるお仲間が私がここにいることだ。クリス、まさかお前がイエレナの差し呼びか。お前はエルディア人に入れ込みすぎだ。いつかこうなる日が来る気がしてな。フロック、聞くんだ。
Okay, okay, you're following Eren. Right now, you're following also Zeke and a Marleyan plan.
我々はジークの計画に踊らされているんだよ。だとしてもバカな憲兵どもがまさかあんたたちワインのこと知ってたの。店内ではお静かにお願いいたします。先に行くぞ。ああ、今の声フロックたちと来た。
Eren. Hope for Gaby to be into this room with Eren.
お前らと話がしたくてな。
You know, I was imagining what I would respond to Eren seeing me that, you know, into that place. I don't care, you know, I'm Mikasa, I'm Gaby, I'm none of them, you know, thinking of that. I'm just into that same room and you just cut yourself, so you're like that, threatening me to transform yourself, to kill me and to kill everyone, and you're just like, I just want to talk with you. I would tell you to go fuck yourself. Let's make things clear. I don't hate Eren, not at all. You saw all of my binge watching. I loved his character a lot, but I feel disconnected with him for this season 4. Like, clearly, we didn't see things which happened to him, we didn't have conversations which were important for him, so I don't recognize him, I don't connect with him anymore. And clearly, right there, in fact, you're just sitting like that while all of your soldiers are arresting our guys and are implying that you planned all of that with Zeke, all of this awful stuff, with the wine, with everything and all, with the Marleyans, with Zeke and all, and you're just sitting right there, threatening me to transform yourself into a titan. Like, I don't have any other option than to listen to you. But you don't want to talk with me. You want me to listen to your bullshit. What? You want them to hear what? You know, what explanation are you gonna give them? Maybe finally the explanations that I need, you know, the ones that I just said, you know, like 2 seconds ago, the fact that I want to know what happened to you, why you changed that much, why you switched like that, the conversation that you had with Zeke, the plan that you are making right now with Zeke. Are you really fully on his side, or is it just a plan that you are making with him to a certain point? For me, for what I can see right now, yes, you're following Zeke, you want the rambling, you're okay to make an alliance with the Marleyans as long as you can do that rambling, but I think that you're gonna do it against the Marleyans because you want that revenge so much, Eren. I can't imagine for you to stop that and to be on Zeke's side and to be against the Eldians, you know, who are on Paradise Island. For me right now, Eren he's really into a mission, but a mission, you know, that he gave to himself in a way, or maybe that ancestors gave to him through their memories. I'm not going to come back to the time loop situation, that potential time loop situation, no matter what, that time situation that we're dealing with. But for me, there is something like that. And Eren, you're on that mission all alone because you're the only one to know what you want, for what reason, for what end, and why it's the right thing to do according to you. And I'm not even sure, you know, that is really on someone's side, you know, like truly with Zeke, truly with the Marleyans, truly with the Eldians, truly with people. For me, it's just on a mission, and it's really Eren against the rest of the world. He's only following his opinion, this mission, this idea. I just want to talk. You're threatening me to transform yourself just like that, and you just want to talk. For Gaby to be into that room, I think that it was not planned, you know, Gaby, for you to be right there. I think that he wants to talk with Mikasa and Armin. Gaby, the fact that you are right there, again, it's something which was miscalculated. Like Zeke said, you know, and confessed that Falco and Gaby right there, it was miscalculated. Again, you're right there, and it was not what they wanted. Maybe at some point it's gonna help the situation, at least it's gonna disturb it, it's gonna change it because of something that they're gonna do, or because they are right there, they are warrior candidates, and other people are gonna want to defend them, to help them. I'm thinking about Reina, you know, their presence of Falco and Gaby, it can be a reason for Reina to switch, to change, to intervene, you know, like it was not planned before, something like that. I'm thinking of that. But no matter what, Gaby, you're right there with Eren, the guy that you promised to kill. And the fact, you know, that all of that happened just before with Sasha, with Sasha's family, with being killed or not for what you did to Sasha, I think that it can change you, Gaby, it can change your opinion about stuff, but not that quick, not that much. Like right there, she still wants to kill Eren, clearly. For me, that scene was really important. I said it during the little break that I made during it, after it. For me, that scene was really interesting, important, with all of the people involved and what they are representing and all. I think that it's important in a way, the fact that right there, Gaby, she killed Sasha just because she wanted her revenge, you know, like an impulsive move. You did that to people that I loved, I killed Sasha, it's like that. I have really no reason to have any regrets, and you know, she was saying it, she was truly like, yes, I did it, and what? Kill me, I don't care. Like, she was taking the full responsibility and she had no regrets about it, while they were threatening her, you know, that Nicolo was threatening her. And the fact that, you know, see that girl, I can't remember her name, Kaya, you know, the girl that Sasha saved, same, impulsively she wanted to kill Gaby because she just learned that Gaby killed Sasha, even if during another episode you had that entire conversation with Gaby about the fact that people are not all white or black, that you did something wrong, they did something wrong, you had people that you loved being killed, same for Gaby. You had all of this conversation, you chose to help these two kids, you know, Falco and Gaby, but right there, learning that Sasha died because of Gaby, you wanted to kill Gaby. You know, right there, you have two kids who are reacting in an impulsive way because they want revenge, because they have that rage inside of them. They don't think about the consequences, they are just reacting, you know. Our guys, Armin, Jan, Konye, Mikasa, they are intervening into the conversation to stop it. They are not taking a side, they were against Nicolo just before that. What Chen said I'm gonna come back to that later. But you know, they are not on one side or on another. They were just seeing the scene and they wanted to stop it because they knew that it was not the right way to do it. You're not killing a kid just like that. You're not having your revenge just like that. Like, you know, it's not that they were against it. It's just that it's not like that for them. And it was not right what was happening. You know, Mikasa, when Gaby asked her, why did you stop him? She just said, I don't know, but I did it. You know, something like that. And for me, you know, their age, they are teenagers. No, they are more like young adults now, our guys. And the step after that, it's Sasha's dad seeing, you know, the girl who killed his daughter. He doesn't want any revenge, and he can see also, he heard Gaby seeing all of that, and he just knows that she was brainwashed and she was taught to think like that, and that she wants revenge. Like, he heard all of that coming from her, and still he's not gonna kill her, and he's saying that we have to stop it at some point. If not, it's gonna continue again and again and again. People want revenge, and people who are killing for revenge, and again and again. You know, that was interesting, that entire scene, because with all of the people involved, the Marleyan soldier who is now, you know, a cook for the Eldians, you know, of Paradise Island, the Eldians who are warrior candidates, the Eldians who are into the Survey Corps, the Marleyans, all of that, you know, all of them, they are representing something because of where they are coming from, because of their blood, you know. It's already different positions, which are interesting, in my opinion, you know, to analyze for the symbolic of it. But it's also a question of age, I think, during that scene. How everyone reacted. For me, there is also, yes, a question of age, like when you saw so many years of war, of people being killed, of your loved ones being killed for reasons that you don't understand, which were lies, for all of that, you want that to stop, you want that to end, and you understand also why it didn't end before. You know, the fact that it's again and again and again the same situation. It was interesting. So Yelena, you placed them right there for the wine. A lot of these officers, you know, they drank that wine with Zeke spinal thing, you know, into it. For me, yes, it's to transform them into titans. You know, when Zeke is gonna scream like that, like he did at the beginning of this episode. They showed us that also at the beginning of this episode, how they did it on Connie's village. I'm sorry, I was glad, you know, that they showed it, because if you were there since the beginning of my binge watching, you saw that I had that question in mind during a lot of episodes, you know, about how they did it with the water, with the food, with the air. Like, really, it disturbed me. I was like, how can you do it? Transform everyone like that? We have to know it, we have to understand how they can do it and all. So for it to be revealed like that, I'm glad now I have the answer. I'm glad also because it means that all of the other questions that I asked since the beginning of this anime, they are all gonna have an answer, and I'm really glad, you know. At one point or another, I'm gonna have all of the answers that I wanted. But yes, for me, it's gonna be to transform them at a certain point. Surely during the test, you know, the rumbling test. I mean, the rumbling test. Eren, you don't want to negotiate with pixies, you know, and the other militaries. I think that you're not letting them any choice. You need Eren to defend Paradise Island, but no matter what, in fact, you need Eren. And you can't fight him. I mean, you know, the Survey Corps, the militaries, you don't have any titan for yourself. You're gonna need Eren. You have Armin. You're not gonna put Armin in front of Eren. Come on. Don't do that to me. What, Eren, you're gonna take the power? He has the military guys to do that, you know. He has forces, human forces. He has the people, the citizens behind him. And you're gonna make that rumbling test for that woman. But I think that Zeke planned something, you know, these attacks that I'm thinking of, which can happen. I think that the rumbling test can be, you know, the beginning of this attack, you know, can be a signal for that attack or can be used for that attack. Levi talking with Zeke. I'm not sure I care, if not for Levi's part and the fact that right now, I don't know if he's feeling guilty, but at least he showed some regrets about the fact that he believed into Eren, for Eren to be the hope for humanity, to be saved, you know, to save them. Ah no! To save humanity is really saying to save humanity, is not saying to save them, to save us, like the Eldians, to free the Eldians and all of that. Levi doesn't want that revenge, I don't think so. But it's making me feel bad, you know, for Levi to have regrets about that, and it's talked about all of the friends that he had and who died because of that, you know, because they helped Eren, they helped that. You know, for Levi, for the background that we know about him, he began to believe into Erwin at first, and then he followed Erwin to trust, to put that up on Eren, and at the end he truly had hope on Eren. And for Levi to put his trust and his hope on someone and to feel betrayed, disappointed about it now, I'm sad. I'm sad for him. You know how much I love Levi, you know that I love him, truly. So I'm feeling really sad. Oh, the situation was not good before this episode. I mean, I was already anxious about these 4 episodes that I'm gonna watch today. I mean, now I have 3 more episodes to watch. Now that Eren took some of our guys, you know, arrested them like that, he doesn't want to negotiate, he wants to talk with these 3, but by threatening them to transform, and and we learned that, you know, about the wine and all, like, it's even more awful than it was before. I'm not that much excited, you know, to watch the 3 next episodes. I'm excited to discover what is gonna happen, but I'm not that impatient. I'm gonna stop this review right now and I'm gonna watch the 3 next episodes right now. For you, it's gonna be on another video, on another day. For me, it's just gonna be in some minutes, so it's all for you for today, and it's all for me for now, so bye for now. Bye. See, I didn't drink all of my tea and all, like, things are getting bad.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine?
Great.